Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you had a great weekend, and welcome to this new video. On Bitcoin, we're going to do a full update. There's quite a lot we need to talk about regarding the price action of Bitcoin so far. I would say the price action so far has been quite constructive, right? I mean, and we're diving right in. Hopefully you don't mind. But no, I mean, Bitcoin has been able to reclaim the most important level, in my opinion at least. Right here around 105,000 to be a little bit more precise. Like you can see the area I drew right here that goes down to 104,600. Right, so I would say, and that's also, by the way, the value area high of the balance we had right here in the middle of May, right? So that is, in my opinion, the most important support level. And over the course of yesterday, but also into today, we've been able to break back above that with decent volume. I mean, obviously the volume did not come close to the volume we've seen last week. Last week, the volume, especially on Thursday, but also on Tuesday, was extremely high. But first of all, volume on a Monday, it already is not very high normally. And then outside of that, like if you take this volume and you put it on the volume we had last Monday, for example, it's quite good. And most likely we're going to get some more volume over the course of today as well. So then we'll see whether we can actually get some confidence above 104,600. Because that is something I would still like to see, right? Because even though on the 1 hour time frame this is good, this is a bullish breakout, and so far we've also been able to retest on top of 104.6 and hold it. So that's all good, right? So that means that the buyer conviction was tested and it held so far. And you can also see if you take a look at the TPO, right? So the right here, my apologies. What you can see is that we formed some balance over the course of the weekend between 105,000 to the upsides and then 103,400 to the downsides. We opened above that. We're also so far, at least on the 1 hour time frame, holding that as well. So that is all quite positive, right? But then on the other hand, what we just had in the last hour is that the seller's conviction was tested right here with this high we made overnight at 105.9, and that held as well, right? So even though I was quite positive at the start of this video. We have to be honest and say that, you know, there's signs to still be bearish as well. I mean, you can see right here that the 50 EMA right here, or basically the 4 hour trend band, which we've been talking about since last week Thursday, has also functioned as resistance. So it's still crucial over the course of today that we will be able to hold that level at 104.6. Now, as we this far have been able to hold that, and I think the fundamentals are not looking bad. I mean, the equities are relatively stable here. Volatility index opens a little bit higher, but we still have a massive Coinbase premium. And outside of that, Monday normally is also a bit of a de-risking day, as you can see right here, right? So I'm already not expecting much from this Monday, and we're still trading above the 30-day rolling VWAP, right? So as long as we're holding this, which at this point of time we are still, and we have been doing that with quite a lot of conviction, I have to say that I think it's most likely we'll be able to hold this right here, and that we can also get some more bullish momentum up to the main resistance level we have towards 107,000. And then when we get up there, we'll talk about whether we can actually break above that. That's going to be more difficult, I'd say, than to break above 104.6, which we have done so far. But for now, I'd say this is still most likely. And if we see some massive selling pressure in the equity markets, but also if something fundamentally bearish happens in the general world and the general financial markets, then we're most likely not going to hold this. But as we are holding it so far, and we have done so with quite a lot of volume, I still hold a relative positive and a relatively bullish bias on Bitcoin. And those are my thoughts for now. I'll keep you updated on that, of course, in my middle of the day market updates, but also on X. So make sure to follow me there if you're not doing that already. But for now, have a great Monday, have a great week, and take care.